Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Adham Abou-Shehada and this is ZIN Talk, and today's guest is Lorena Baretta. She's a ZIN from Edmonton, Canada. Now guys, before I bring her on, say hello, say hi, leave some comments below. We do have a poll on the Facebook element of the stream, so do answer accordingly. Let's bring her on. Hello Lorena, how are you doing? You good?
Good. Happy to be here.
Bless you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, everyone.
Hey guys. Hey, we've got a few people. We've got Elaine. Bless her. She's checking if this is live because she's watched non-live other previous live sessions that aren't live, obviously recorded.
Let's leave the slapping for later.
Yeah, slapping for later. Definitely. We've got Natasha. Bless her. She's excited. Brilliant. Okay guys, let us know you're down there. Say hello. Leave us some questions as well. We've got a Q&A session at the end. Now Lorena, do you want to fill us in? Let us know how it all started.
Sure. I had no idea what Zumba was. That's how it all started. I was actually just attending fitness classes, not Zumba. There were no Zumba classes in our city at the time. So that would have been in 2009. And sort of a bit of a front row diva, but not at Zumba. Was taking, weight-based classes, step classes, aerobics, whatever the gym was offering. And the gym was approached to bring some instructors in to get trained. And I think at that time they needed 10 or something like that to get the discount. And so they didn't have enough instructors that were interested, and they approached me and said, would you come to the training? And of course, I had no intention of teaching and said, sure, sounds fun. I like Latin dance. I had no idea what Zumba was. Signed up, paid the fee and thought, oh, well, it'll be a Saturday, of fun and camaraderie, right, with instructors that I had become friends with. So one evening I was lying in bed and the infomercial came on, because at that time the Zumba infomercials were on late at night. And I pointed and I said to my husband, oh, that's what I'm taking. And that was my first sort of introduction to Zumba. So when we took the training, we were all brand new. There were 2 other instructors, I believe, in the city that had the training, but they had to leave the city and take the training, I think, in the US. So there weren't classes. So we were the first batch. And I actually didn't teach until the following summer, so about 5-6 months later. So I'm technically an 11-year Zumba instructor, but not quite an 11-year ZIN member, because I joined ZIN later when I started teaching. So
that was it. Definitely ZIN. I don't know. ZIN was introduced. I'm not sure what year it was. It was 2007, 8, something.
Yeah, no, it was there. It was there, but I had no intention of teaching. I just thought I'm taking this for fun. And
I know instructors that did it like at the start. They did it. They renewed their B1 like a couple of times or something at the start, which is interesting. Yeah.
So no, September 2009. I don't remember the exact date, but that would have been 11 years.
Yeah, September 2009. So who did you do it with?
Robin Holm. She's no longer ZES. She's from British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah.
And it was great. I think I did B1 with her, B2. She was in the toning training with Janny. So yeah, she was great. A lot of fun. She really had a passion for it at the time. So it was great. Yeah.
No, that's good. Definitely. What other have you taken specialities? Any other capsules for their
lots.
So you've been to a convention and obviously
I've been to ZINCon several times. LA conference, because that is closer for us, and I missed that. That was fun.
It was 2013, wasn't it? That was the last one.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2013 I think. I remember seeing a picture.
Or 14 I think. I think we had one in 14 as well.
Yeah, I remember seeing a picture of you guys back then with Diane Faulkness on the floor.
Oh,
you and Linda, remember that?
Maybe. Yes, they were good sports. Diane's always been a good sport and
Bless
put
her.
up with.
She's a lovely lady. I remember watching her YouTube videos back in the day. I know that
right?
Yeah, she's no longer with Zumba, unfortunately, but she's still active and
she's still
spreading
out.
a lot
I keep in touch with her
Zumba love.
occasionally,
Yeah, I've seen her.
She's fun. She's fun.
She is lovely.
Yeah, and she puts up with me, so that's good. She knows I have good intentions.
Yeah.
But for trainings, I've taken. I have a list. I wrote them down.
Yeah, me too.
I did the
R2,
R3 toning, aqua, Centao, gold toning, circuit, kids junior, plate, pro skills. I'm only missing step.
Oh, that's the only speciality you haven't taken yet.
Yeah, just a lack of opportunity.
No,
timing, opportunity. Maybe one day.
Yeah,
one day.
Definitely. Yeah. But you said you've taken R3 as well?
Yes, I just took it virtually this summer with Coco.
Who? With Coco?
Coco.
Yeah. Yeah, bless her. Yeah, no,
so it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Was
not sure if my body moves in some of those rhythms.
Same way. Yeah.
But we did it. I made it through.
Which was your favorite out of that lot?
My favorite training has always been gold as a specialty, and not necessarily as to teach specifically gold, but I think it's the one training that you can use everywhere, in every specialty, in your regular classes and everything. There's always something from the gold that you'll be able to take with you and use it to modify your regular classes, modify your toning classes, modify your Centao. Anything that you're teaching, you can take aspects of gold and use it to make the class more accessible to everyone.
Bless you.
To every level.
It's a brilliant program. I love the gold program. It's amazing. Definitely.
Yeah, that would be the one I would take again.
Yeah. No,
just experience it. Yeah, with another zest.
Definitely. You've done gold training, the capsule for that as well, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've done the gold toning as well. The little capsule for that.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. That's good.
Yeah, and circuit, way back circuit, if you remember.
Oh, circuits. Do they have that capsule?
I don't know if they still have it as a learning capsule. I don't know. I haven't looked. I took it a long time ago and taught it once or twice in the original program.
Yeah.
But I think I've also taken a class with our zest here in Canada, Andrea Sandu, which she did a virtual one, and it's definitely something that's still doable if you like the circuit training and you like the that sort of boot camp type
that's
thing.
Pretty
you
good,
can
actually.
do a Zumba.
You're right.
It's a really cool concept. Yeah, not enough people are doing it, but it's a neat concept. And
that's true. So
it's always been in the back of my mind.
We got Riaman. She says hello. You've got Elaine. That's her. Elaine. She agrees with you. She said gold is the best.
Gold is best.
She does a lot of gold chair actually, Elaine.
Oh, nice. Yes, I have a local instructor here that we share ideas back and forth, and she's the gold pro. So, we attend each other's virtual classes, and it's fun. It's fun to share ideas.
No, that's brilliant. Was there a funny moment in a class or anything, an event? Could be out at convention or on a cruise.
There's always
especially with Linda.
But what happens there stays there.
It's like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, what happens at ZINCon stays at ZINCon. In terms of classes, mostly I'm just laughing at myself. Blunders or doing the choreo for a different song and in another song or silly things like that. I remember one time remember the tassels on the pants.
Yeah, on the cargos.
And I'm known for doing a lot of squat sections in my classes. And so we were doing a squat section, and I was going around and encouraging participants, and I thought, okay, no, we need to go lower, and I took a little tug on the tassels with one of my participants.
Oh no! I can see that. Yeah, I think she will leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. We'll let you figure it out. She's still my participant, so there you go.
That sounds good. That was okay then.
Yeah.
That's a funny one. I never heard that one. It's pretty good. Definitely. No. So you've been a ZIN for like 10, 11 years. Okay. Well, a Zumba instructor at least.
Long time.
Yeah. So how has it evolved in Canada? What is it? Or just like Zumba changed?
In Canada, I think in general. In general,
exactly.
I think it needs to evolve, obviously, because trends change and music styles change, dance styles change, the demographics of their customers change. So it's going to evolve all the time. and they probably need to so that they can maintain viability in the industry, right? You need to sort of always be fresh and new. Gee, I don't know. I think, well, music has changed, of course, because the tastes change and the styles change. But I think that up till now, and I think it can continue to sort of stay the same. The consistency of that, you know, inclusiveness and the simplicity, right, of breaking down the choreo to the basic steps and that kind of thing. I think that should stay. And sometimes maybe now we're seeing more complicated choreographies, etc., and that probably appeals to a certain demographic. But the fact that we can still do, you know, the old school, keep it simple. You know, Beto used to say, "Save the good stuff for later." When he taught his choreographies, right? He'd teach you and he'd go, you know, put the flavor and stuff in later, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think that still exists now, and we can still put that in our classes. But I mean, it's definitely evolved, you know,
yeah,
music-wise and choreography-wise, and
yeah,
styles,
fusions, and styles. Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. But it's cool. It's cool. In terms of the Zumba Corporation, the LLC, I think they've evolved in not being so America-centric anymore. They're realizing that there's a big world out there, and they need to appeal to all these different cultures and different countries, and you know, different people, right?
Yep.
Different time zones, everything. So that
exactly.
yeah, I think that was a struggle at the beginning, because as a Canadian, a lot of times, you know, it would be like, oh, hey, we're left out. And that sort of, you know, and that's where the friendship with Linda started, which she was in New Zealand. We were sort of saying, you know, don't forget the international ZINs, and it's not all about America. But understandably so, the company is based there, so that, you know, that's where it's going to come from soon. So that's definitely, I've seen an improvement in that it's more global now.
Definitely. I think, yeah, definitely. Yeah, in many ways, actually, with Zumba wear, you know, even during, I don't know, the lockdown, the current circumstances, when they've run virtual trainings and sessions on ZIN Now, you know, they've always catered it to everyone, you know.
And that's helping with the evolution too, right? Because now we have access to all these international trainings and jam sessions and classes, just going to someone's class.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool.
Ria says Zumba has done a great job at evolving and still staying true to the mission. Yeah, definitely.
That's it. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to
say. Simone from Germany. She says, keep it simple is always the best.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I've actually had participants say, oh, I saw this really great song and choreography, but can you just make it easier? That was good. They know. Yeah, they know you make it. And that's what it's about, really. It's about participants and, making it easier for your participants. Yeah, definitely. Yes. And they know that you do that. And that's a compliment in itself. I think so. But, you know, and I don't have a dance background, so I focus on the fitness.
Neither do I. My background's in IT, so.
I played sports and, you know, that kind of stuff, but never the
dancing part of things.
Never the jazz. I had brothers, so, you know.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell us about the Canadian community, Zumba-wise? How's that worked out? You said that obviously. Yep.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, you were saying that Zumba's been a bit, you know, they moved on. Obviously, at the start, it was a bit more America-centric. Because obviously they started there, it's on that, you know. So, but now, how is the community in Canada? How's that evolved and changed over the years? Has it expanded? Was there a big boom at the start?
I think it's gone in waves. Probably at the beginning when we all started, because we're such a large geographical country, but not population-wise in terms of the size. Those that were in Zumba at the beginning tried to find a way to connect because there weren't as many of us. So those sort of the roots that we started then have helped now that it's a larger group of ZIN instructors in Canada. So I think the communication is still there because of the internet, and it's great because we are all very far apart. So that's a, it makes it more difficult to stay connected. But the only difference I see now is that there's possibly more individual groups as opposed to just having sort of that connected group. Mm-hmm. Now you're seeing, pockets based on communities or
towns, areas, maybe.
Cultural connections, mm-hmm. things like that, which is super cool. I mean, there's always a fundraiser to go to. There's always an event. There's always something. But, in Canada, it requires travel because we are far apart. So,
it's a vast surface area.
But we're Canadian, so sorry, we're nice.
Bless you. Oh, that's cool. Brilliant. So, what is the current situation in your part of the world? Are you doing virtual classes, live classes, outdoor classes? How's it going? How's this going down?
Personally, I shifted right over to virtual classes. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing virtual classes all along. Mm-hmm. But that's more of a personal decision because I do help out with my parents and grandkids. So, you want to keep that bubble small. Mm-hmm. But we've had successful outdoor classes. We've gone back to live classes with limited numbers and lots of protocols like COVID regulations and recommendations. The outdoor classes are probably going to slow down now for the most part because we are in northern climate, so it's getting cold. And I suspect in our area, this next couple weekends might be the last ones for the outdoor classes. Mm-hmm. So, but the gyms are back. In most of now, there's a couple provinces in Canada that have shut down again, but the rest of us, the classes are back, but they're restricted. So some of them you have to sign up or register, or limited numbers, and distancing. Yeah. So we're still in it, and I suspect with the cold we might get another little wave. Yeah. Unknown because we'll be indoors again more. So. Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking it's similar over here, to be honest with you. We've got gyms running, virtual classes still running, outdoor classes, as long as,
as long as they can,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then it's starting to get dark early here, too, so if you're not running a class during the day, then you're probably running it in the dark outside.
Yeah, the clocks are going forward or back, I can't remember which way it is, but it is...
All back.
They're going back.
Spring forward, yeah.
I know how it works, but I kind of don't, which is forward? Is it us or the time?
Spring forward. Oh, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, exactly. I don't think, I know.
Takes a couple days to catch up.
It's like what? It's 8:30, so it's 8:30 here in the UK, so this time maybe next week it's going to be 7:30.
I think ours changes November 1st.
Ours is at the last weekend in October. For you guys, the beginning of November.
Yeah. Well, October 31st is on a Saturday, so yeah. Yeah. So that's how we.
Ours is it's always a Sunday, so let's adapt everyone to it.
Yeah.
So it's good. No, it's good, definitely. So you run many Zumbathons, in aid of cancer research. Can you tell us a bit behind that? Enlighten us about the story.
Well, I've sort of been outside of Zumba. Have been fundraising for the Canadian Cancer Society for probably almost 2 decades. My mom is a breast cancer survivor. Several friends that were, and we all just sort of did what we call here the Run for the Cure every year. And so I did that every year. And then when I got my Zumba license, I talked to a few instructors locally here and decided we should try doing these Zumbathon thing that they keep talking about. It was new, right? It was literally the next year. We did our first Zumbathon in 2010. Mm-hmm. And we had about 200 and some people show up that day. So it was like, hey, this is a thing. We could do this.
200, that's pretty good.
So we actually have, over the years, have done anywhere from 30 to 500 people. Yeah. And I've always run them under the group of us have run them under Groovin' for the Cure, it's called. Mm-hmm. And our funds, because we are in Canada, our funds were going to the Canadian Cancer Society as opposed to the Susan G. Komen that was under the American umbrella. So we did Groovin' for the Cure, and we always coincided it with the Run for the Cure. And instead of running, we danced.
Yeah.
So over the years, we probably raised, I'm going to say close to $50,000, if not more, for Canadian Cancer. Recently, it became a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
About, I guess it would be 3 years. In 2017, I was diagnosed with breast cancer as well. So I went through all the treatments and stuff, and ironically got my diagnosis about 3 days after the run for the cure. So it was a very personal, emotional time. But it also made me realize how important it is to continue raising funds and continue having these events that are, creating awareness and raising funds. So even though I'm not really hosting the large events anymore, there's a core group of us here in Edmonton that always get together every year and do something, whether it's, in our own class, or like last year, I did, every time you wore pink to my class, you got to be in a draw. It could be a month-long thing. And this year we did a virtual pre-recorded class. So it's on the Zumba dance and pink party. And it'll be available various days throughout the month of October so that people can just donate. Yeah. And all the funds, of the proceeds will go to the Canadian Cancer Society. So
that's brilliant. Elaine says that was an amazing amount. We've got Ria. She says, part of being a great instructor is knowing your students and what they can handle. So that's what she was talking about earlier.
Yes.
And she said,
it's
I missed.
True.
Definitely. It's the part where you mentioned about your participants saying, I like this routine, but can you make it simpler?
Yeah.
That's what I think she was commenting on.
Yeah.
She says, I'll miss teaching outside. My last class is Halloween. So.
Oh yes, I think there might be a Halloween one or two here as well, as long as it doesn't snow, because there's been a bit of snow coming down recently. But I feel like I'm in a little bubble. I didn't get any yet, so I'm lucky.
Oh, the snow is good.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Definitely. So, hey guys, if you want to leave us some questions down below, that would be perfect. We're in Q&A. So what's your favorite rhythm, Lorena?
Salsa.
Yeah.
Salsa.
Salsa is awesome.
It's not even a question. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
And if Max Pizzolante writes something, it's like, it's in the list every time. Every time. It's like, another one, yay.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I think I could do an entire playlist of Max Pizzolante by now.
Yeah, it's actually, I've done a few of his actually, and my participants have been asking about some of them as well.
Yeah, they always seem to be a favorite. I think it's fun when the participants bring a song to you too. Although my choreography skills they've gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
But
mostly
I just go out there and look
for
it. It is. Yeah. I go out there and I just beg, borrow, and steal, and have try to get as much influence as I can from everyone else that's amazing out there. These dancers that come up with choreography, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
Definitely, it's a lot of inspiration with ZIN now, or on YouTube and
anywhere.
Facebook.
Great.
Yeah, it's all good. Even events, Zumbathons, all sorts. Yeah, definitely.
But even an instructor coming in now has so much out there for them. It's amazing. It's just look, because it's there, and you can improve your skills and get great choreography and everything just by the click of a button.
Definitely. So, how do you keep motivated? Because I know you do so many virtual classes. How do you, because a lot of people have commented saying, you've got to put a lot of energy into it and stuff like that. So, those who are doing virtual classes and doing it till this, on a weekly basis, how does that work for you?
They're probably the most exhausting classes I've ever taught, mentally and physically, because you can't really judge how the participants are reacting. You don't see them, right? For the most part, they're turning off their cameras, etc. Or, I always try to get them to turn on the cameras at the end so I can see everybody, make sure everyone's still there breathing. But staying motivated, It's been up and down. It's been up and down. I've had a good core group that's always been with me since the beginning.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, whether it's technical difficulties or whatever, you can get really frustrated and just think, you know, why am I doing this? And then you'll get that message, or you'll get that email, or someone will say something during one of the live streams, and it'll just, you know, oh, this is why I'm doing this. You know, whether they're also in lockdown, or if they're a caregiver at home and they're stuck at home. I mean, there's just so many different things. I have several doctors right now that are taking my classes, and for them, it's sort of a little bit of a happy hour from their crazy days, because their days are long and you know, emotionally and physically exhausting. So that's what keeps me motivated, is that they want to continue to have these classes, and they tell me that they want to continue. And every month when I push out that little email that says it's time to register again, I panic. I'm like, is anyone going to register? Am I going to have anybody? You know, but we all go through that. It's normal. And then, you know, as the days go by, the registrations come in, and you're like, oh, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And also for me,
Yeah.
really, because it's been an emotional, you know, few months. It's trying. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's something to look forward to, and something to keep us in routine. Right?
Definitely, and it's always nice to see the same faces, you know, your people. I know you can't see them face to face, but it's lovely to get them together to catch up and have maybe a little chat before and after.
And having people, right now I have people from one coast of Canada to the other in my classes. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty good. Like, it's nice to have a diverse, you know, a diverse.
Yeah. Some are friends, you know, some talk to each other and say, hey, come join us. We get to visit and we get to dance together. And then I have one that's a mother and daughter, and they're in different cities. So it's really cool. And it's fun to get to know them, and still have some of my local participants join in. And I don't know, it's been fun. It's been fun. So every time I think I don't want to do it anymore, I have another class.
I know.
And I'm like, oh yeah.
You just told me, you know, sometimes you remind me why, go through the virtual classes and stuff. It is amazing. It's really nice, especially at the start. You know, we had loads of people from all over, participants that we hadn't seen for a long time, because obviously they moved, you know, town, or you know, participants that moved country. You know, friends that you never, you know, wouldn't have thought.
Or ZIN members that pop in, right?
Exactly.
ZIN members pop in.
Exactly.
I've had
even
Australia, New Zealand, Ireland. Like, I've had people pop in, and it's fun.
It is lovely. I mean, it has brought a lot of people from all around the world. You know, and especially the that, you know, the what is it, Zumba.dance, that brought a lot of people in as well. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I see Elaine's asking if I run classes through Zoom.
Yes.
Or on ZIN Studio. So yes. So I run my live streams on Zoom, and then I put together the allowed ZIN Studio songs, and I do offer pre-recorded classes on Zumba.dance as well. Lovely. So I do those, and I do a variety. I do a full class, or I do a 45-minute class, and I just kind of mix them up all week. But the live streams are all the same. So those are 3 times a week, all through Zoom. Yeah,
no, it's brilliant. What times do you do it?
We do morning classes, so 9 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Mountain Standard Time, or Mountain Daylight Savings Time, I guess, right? Yeah, whatever time it is now. Yeah, at 9 a.m. Yeah, I've always done morning classes. That's kind of been my thing, my sort of niche.
It's quite good. You get it done, you know, and it's really nice. You feel good after it. Definitely.
Yeah. And with the pre-recorded, it's cool, because the ones that miss out because of work or whatever, because now schedules are changing as people start to go back to work, they're able to still do a workout when they want to, especially now that we have these 24-hour classes, which is awesome. That's an amazing addition that Zumba gave us.
Oh yeah, they've extended it for 24 hours. Imagine doing a class for 24 hours.
No, but they're available for 24 hours.
I was thinking, like, 24-hour class. I'm like, that is a lot. And then I remember what you said, and I put 2 and 2 together. Yeah.
So even like with my participants, because they are across Canada, there's different time zones. So I could be doing a class at 9 a.m. here, but it may be noon or 1 o'clock there. So some of them might get up and do a class at 5 o'clock in the morning because it's pre-recorded, right? And they're able to get their workout in and still be familiar with the instructor and the songs if they can't make it to the live stream. So it's worked out well.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Good feedback. Yeah.
It's a good one. Do you actually record your classes and then put it on the thing as your Zoom? Do you record your Zoom and you put it on the? So
yes, I record my Zoom on a separate on my iPhone, and then I edit together the songs that I don't screw up too much.
Yeah.
No, and I edit out because in the live stream I may have songs that are not ZIN Studio on the ZIN Studio list. So I will edit out the songs that are allowed and put together what I would call mashups. So and I learned that from Nick. Logria.
Logria, nice.
Yes. He said put together some mashups. So I've been able to, store some different songs over the 7 months, and I can put a variety of classes together now in a few minutes. And I do that on what's it called? iMovie.
No, it's cool. Elaine says, I think I could manage a 24-hour class.
I have a feeling she could too. I don't think she sleeps much.
No, bless her. Yeah. I was gonna say
I'm too old for that.
Yeah. I think we've had I don't know, here in the UK we've had 12-hour almost like Zumbathons or something like that, dance-a-thons, crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, also we've got Liz Hall. She says, so says hi. Lovely lady. And then she says, Elaine says, you're so restricted with approved songs. That's what she says. Yeah.
We got. Okay. There's so many. There's so many. Really, loads. I don't feel like I'm ever lacking in variety or in choices.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's fun to bring back the old stuff because I've been around long enough that I have a lot of oldies on there.
It was 500 at the start, I think, and then it's increased now, so it's a huge library.
Last time I checked with the specialties that I have about 920 songs available to me, so it's not that hard. It's just trying to figure out what they are and finding them and making sure. And then sometimes. Sometimes I just record them if I bring back an old one, I'll just do it for a couple classes so I can have it recorded and then have that option to add it to the ZIN Studio and then just go back to my regular class.
Yeah.
It works. Try to streamline it as much as I can.
So So I'm trying to think actually. What's it? Elaine says, I am new ZIN, that's the problem, so I need to choreograph them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get there, Elaine. Don't worry.
YouTube.
YouTube, yeah, exactly. Yeah. If Diane was there, still, someone should be like, she'll be too impressed. Yeah. That's So there was something else actually I was trying to remember.
Are you going to interview Linda?
Linda, I think she works at it's 9 a.m.
She does.
Yeah, so she told me I'm working. I said, let me know when she's
she
off
needs a
work.
day off. Yeah.
I
told her that she needs to I'm sick today.
Oh, bless you. Listen, I'm sure it happens. Sometimes we end up. Depends. Maybe Linda's a dedicated lady. She's dedicated to her work, so it's understandable.
Yeah.
Elaine says, yep, shocked what's on the YouTube. Well, there's a mix. You just go through them and find something you fancy. That's about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Or take little bits and pieces. I mean, I've done that, with the ZIN volumes. Yeah,
exactly.
I like to take and either simplify them or find something that works better for my body.
Definitely.
Everybody moves differently, right?
Yeah. Chris Walker, he says, Linda and Lorena for a co-interview. Yeah, once Linda comes up, I introduce her, then we'll have them both together. Have double trouble.
Sorry, Linda, but neither of us would be able to talk.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll have to mute you both. We'd
be like,
yeah. Bless her. Elaine says, I mean the ZIN volumes that you shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there on YouTube.
Oh,
I know there is a lot of that,
I
to
know,
be honest. I know we are ZIN and we do pay, you know, for our licenses. I know that Zumba's like on it, you know, especially with Diane. Back then, she was on it. She'd be knocking these off YouTube. And I know, I'm sure the current legal department are doing that. They're on top of it. So,
yeah,
you know, but we appreciate anything. I mean, obviously, some of the music we don't have with ZIN, ZIN now, or, you know, on ZIN volumes or anything like that. We really appreciate it, you know, what's on YouTube. I know there's stuff that, you know, it shouldn't be on there. It's readily available, so it's understandable.
But many times it's just you know, misinformed, really. I think that my experience is being, you know, way back even on the forum as the welcoming committee, and then ZCOM and mentoring programs and all those things that have been established along the way. I think the common thread was many times people just didn't know. There's so much information that you get at B1 that really, you know, they didn't know that they couldn't share videos, or they can't do this, or they can't do that. You know, so a lot of times it was just let them know, and then all of a sudden, oh, okay, I won't do that.
Okay, I'm not allowed
and then,
to do this,
you know, and some don't care. But what are you going to do? That's what makes the world a big, beautiful, different, you know?
I know what you mean, yes.
Right.
Bless you. So, Lorena, you've been a ZCOM. When was you were a ZCOM for a few years? When did you first start?
What was the first year?
The first year was 2012 to 2013.
Okay. I did not do that one. I went in the next
13
time.
to 14,
Yes, I wasn't much of a fan of the voting.
The voting thing, I remember.
Popularity vote thing. So I didn't put my hat in the ring for that. But then when they opened up to volunteers, it was something that I was really interested in, especially, and I did mostly the social media coordinator at that time. So it was fun because there weren't enough ZCOMs to do social media in all the districts, well, the 3 districts in Canada. So I was actually like the ZCOM social media for Canada. So that was fun because I got to know the other districts a little bit better, although I didn't really do. I had someone that did the French, the French district. So so that was good because I might have added content there, but you know, you needed to have the bilingual, and mine's not
so
that
say
good.
Google Translate, maybe good. Not.
I took it in school, but you know. I'd probably mix it up with Italian, and it would be a mess. Yeah, but I did ZCOM every year up until last year. I think last year was the first year or something. I know. I've lost track now. With this COVID thing, it's a blur. I don't know what year it is.
Yeah, I did it from the same year, 2013, 2014. It was a really good program. It's really evolved. I know at the start it was really good. It is a really good program, and it's evolved very well over the years. And Gina Graziani's done an amazing job, you know, keeping it ticking.
We're lucky to have her. Yeah,
definitely,
we're lucky to have her for sure.
So, but I know the start was interesting, obviously, with the popularity vote, you know. It was interesting. Obviously, it's experience for us, for Zumba, you know. So,
Well, there's a lot of things that have evolved. Like there was a lot of things being created behind the scenes that we didn't, you know, that most ZIN members didn't know about. ZCOM was kind of one thing. It started, you know, probably on the forum, and how we had this little sort of covert welcoming committee that no one knew who we were. And when a new instructor would come on and ask a question, you know, there was a whole group of us little minions in the background deciding, you know, okay, who's got the best answer for this person to help them or whatever. So we did that for a long time. And then David Topel was working on the community side of it at that time, and started to create this ZCOM. And really it's just, it's evolved. But other things started like that too. The mentoring program. I remember doing sort of, you know, the little quietly doing mentoring programs in the background without it being a big announcement.
There was a beta. I remember that.
Yeah. I was proud to be the first Canadian mentor.
Oh, brilliant.
So, but nobody really knew what it was then, and it's evolved into this great program that you can basically just click and join and find a mentor, whether locally or you know, internationally. So it's neat.
Yeah, it's
really cool things. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of love for David Topel. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, it was David did a great job getting that, putting that foundation in. You know, do you
He
remember
did.
the ZCOM district map as well? That
Yes.
doesn't come
Yes.
out. That's only a few people have it this time. I've had people
Yeah.
ask me. So even Zess has asked me about it. Like, can I have that? Figure out where the districts are
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I remember helping them fix the names of the Canadian areas.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, be like, let's try that again.
Definitely. No, it was
It was
really
fun. It was fun.
it was
It's
really
fun to
good.
have
And
been
it's
part
brilliant.
of that too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Nancy, she asked if you had to do
Hi,
it
Nancy.
all over again, what advice would you have for someone just entering as a new ZIN?
As a new ZIN, take your time. Take your time. You don't need to be a superstar tomorrow. Take your time. Learn listen to the music. Go to classes. Find your style. Really, just take your time. I find that people are just like, they take their training and they want to teach. You're not necessarily ready to teach right away. It takes a lot, you know, developing your skills and that, and just give yourself a break. We're all going to screw up. I screw up all the time. I'm sure every class I screw up.
Exactly.
And it's what it is. And just take your time. Enjoy the music that you put on your playlist, because that's going to make it easier to learn. And just have a good time. Just dance from your heart and enjoy the moment.
Yeah. No, that's great advice, definitely. We've got Jose Rodriguez. He says, hello, hello.
Hey!
And Jose says, great advice. Well done, Lorena. He approved.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Bless him.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't be in a hurry.
Yeah.
Lots of time to get a class and
For
teach,
me,
and a lot of time to build your following, right? Or your brand.
Definitely.
I mean, it's going to take a while. You're not going to have a class full of 30 people. If you do on the first shot, please call me and let me know, because I'm still struggling with that. So
yeah, it was good. For me, it took me maybe 6 months. I wasn't like jumping into it like that, but I really loved the program. So it took me a bit, you know. Take you a year, you know. It depends. You know, sometimes you're like, you're a what should I call it? A fit pro, okay, and you've got many, you know, many programs under your belt, you know, and someday, one day, you just feel like your gym or your community classes need something different. You know that you've got that under your belt. Think, okay, I'm actually gonna, you know, put a class together and bring it to my schedule, you know, my timetable. Yeah. So yeah, it's it's really good.
Or start out as subbing. Because that's a really good way
Subbing's
to
a really
get
good
yourself.
way.
Yeah.
That's how I got into it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Me too. I think I was attending, you know, some local classes, and it would be more of a Jody. I'm gonna shout out to Jody, because it would be more of a, I'm running late. Can you start the warm up? And I'd be like, oh my God, I gotta start a warm up. Okay. And sort of, you know, your first times to ease into teaching, and then thinking, oh, this is not bad. Okay. Maybe I could do this. It's kind of fun. It's, you know, and then get your feet wet.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Jose says, if you ain't having fun, ain't nobody having fun.
Nobody having fun.
Exactly. Enjoy what you're putting out there. Definitely. Yeah, you need to enjoy your music, you know.
And be willing to laugh at yourself.
Exactly. Because nobody's, you know, if you're going to do some moves and stuff, like, you need to be, you know, owning it.
Yeah.
Others will do the same, even if it looks silly. That's all good.
That's right. That's the disadvantage of virtual. Because I used to depend on my front row divas who would memorize my choreography after 1 week. Yeah. And now it's like, I get the brain farts and I'm standing here in my room all alone going,
yeah. I know, you
What's
know,
next?
I know you can have another screen and actually watch your you know.
Yeah, I need to make that investment, I guess.
Yeah, bless you.
That's okay. We'll just wing it. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
When in doubt, step touch, right?
Yeah, step touch. Just clap it out and go, yeah, well done, and I just point at them.
You got it. You got it. Yeah.
You are doing brilliant. And I'm like, yeah, I think they already copped onto it. They all know when I've lost the plot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also you can't tell if they're liking the songs. Like, you know, you don't have that feedback in front of you at virtual, so you're hoping. You're hoping that I just brought this new song and I hope you like it, but I don't really know if you do, because the little person in the screen, I can't tell if you're smiling ready to swear at me.
Yeah. I mean, some of them you just see their heads or something, or their ceiling, or
the ceiling, yeah.
or the kitchen mixer.
Yeah.
They're not actually in class; they're just watching.
Yeah. Sometimes we have, pet day. Everyone comes with their pets. And, hey,
Oh,
look.
lovely! So pet day, whether you like it or not. Yeah,
they
always,
jump in.
Yeah.
So then
exactly.
everyone starts sharing their pets or whatever, and it's like, oh, here's mine.
Oh,
mine likes to walk in sometimes, and
my little one actually loves to burst in.
Oh yes. I have taken classes with my grandkids with me, but never taught with them here because that would just
it wouldn't work, to be honest. I
know.
No.
No.
Yeah.
My grandson would be the ham. He'd be in there with the camera, like, hey, look at me.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I know. Mine watches me from downstairs, and then he watches his mother, and then she can't see that she's like carried away elsewhere, so he makes a run for it up the stairs. Yeah.
Oh.
Bless. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Good times, definitely.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, guys, if there's any more questions, that'd be brilliant. Let's have a look at the poll quickly. Okay, so this is an interesting one. Okay, so I would say 70% have attended, and let's say 30% have hosted. Yeah, so
double yay.
Yeah, no, it's good. So it's 70% have attended a Zumbathon. And
I think it's fantastic that we have this, right? We have this.
Yeah, definitely.
That is inviting, and people who have never done fitness will come and do it. And if you can present it as a Zumbathon and raise funds for charities and
I think you
or
get
whatnot,
people from they get to try the program, and they get to put money towards a good cause. So it's brilliant. Definitely.
And they're fun. They're fun for building community. I think that's something that I love about Zumba is the fact that it does build community and it builds friendships. Even when I was going through treatments, like I had participants that I just knew, first name basis, that basically found out my address and showed up at my front door with food.
Oh my God, that's really cool.
Yeah, like it's just so it really does build this little community and this little bubble, right?
Definitely.
Of friendships, and they encourage each other to go and exercise, and they bring their friends and encourage others, and I don't think that in all the years of fitness classes that there are still there is that type of community in other fitness programs, but there's something about Zumba. There's something about
brings
it.
them
I don't
a bit
know.
more closer. I know what you mean. There's something.
Yeah.
There's
Having
something
coffee
else.
after
It's
class.
Like, imagine going to body pump, okay? Body pump, and then bring.
I did it for years.
I know, man. I love body pump.
Yeah, me too.
But it's not the same. It's like you go to a class and you get it done, and that's it. It's not really much of it.
No, it's
body pump doesn't bring
maybe
that.
It's the endorphins. It's the endorphins maybe that we get in Zumba. I don't know. We're just
they're very special, different.
Yeah. But it allows us to have a freedom of expression, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're just going there, and if I can convince you as an instructor that you don't need to worry about how you look.
Mm-hmm.
You're just looking at me and laughing at me. Dancing with me. Then I've succeeded, and you're going to have an hour of freedom, right? You're not going to think about anything except what's the next step.
Yeah, Elaine says.
Was that a transition? And was that a transition? I better change. Right? Really,
Elaine says it's the events too. She believes that events having Zumbathons and masterclasses.
so
and
good,
such. Yeah, it does. But, I know the thing is, it's very hard. The thing is, you could have events for a body pump, for anything, combat, for any program. It doesn't have to be Les Mills for some reason.
And I love those programs.
They're brilliant. But they don't bring, as you said, they don't bring the same, the same connection.
It's a party, right?
Zumba.
It's a party.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're being silly and you're dancing, and it just there's so much happiness and joy in one room.
Definitely. Yeah.
I
For example, if there was a big event for a body pump, you wouldn't see. You might see participants, but I don't see them rolling in as much for as they would for Zumba, for example.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that one time that we were lucky enough to have a large facility donated for one of our Zumbathons, and to watch, 500 people walk in.
Yeah, that was nice.
Wearing pink, wearing pink is just mind blowing. I actually brought me to tears because I just couldn't believe that can happen. Like all these strangers in one room for the same reason. And
Elaine believes it's a slapping. That's what it is. That's what brings them in.
I haven't tried that yet.
Slapping, yeah. Mind you, the tugging at the tassels out the pop.
You're gonna have to rewind if you want to hear that story.
Yeah, exactly.
But
that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to go to a class and leave angry or upset at the end.
Yeah, definitely. I know what you mean. Yeah, no, it's really nice. It brings a lovely energy, even to the rest of the day. Even if it's in the evening or in the mornings, sounds like you have a lovely day after that. It's brilliant.
Yeah, you're just happy. You feel good.
You're
cheapest therapy around.
You already hit the high.
Cheapest therapy around.
Yeah, definitely. Lorena, do you want to introduce next week's guest?
Absolutely. It will be the lovely ZJ Katerina Lataki, and she's a Greek choreo jammer from the UK.
Brilliant. That would be good. It would be lovely to have a chat with her next week.
Yes.
Lovely girl. Definitely. That was awesome.
Yeah, those jammers keep us going, right?
They do. They keep us, they keep us going. When we don't, sometimes some of us don't have time to choreograph and stuff, so we end up going to their sessions. And picking up 4 routines, So and it was good, and networking with with other ZINs, so they can sub our classes, and so we can get together and run events like Zumbathons, and it's brilliant.
There's another piece of advice to add to new instructors. Take jam sessions. Go to jam sessions.
Definitely. Yeah. Here, Ria says, "You guys keep us ZJs going." Definitely. Well. They keep us going, to be honest. When you go to sessions, especially when you, as I said, don't have that time to, to choreograph, or you have those moments where you haven't got that inspiration, and it's great. It's great for new instructors, seasoned instructors, even instructors who've moved town or something like that. You just need to network,
Yes. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, even for time out, it's really fun.
And even in our city, I mean, we're not a large city by any means, and jam sessions just seem. I mean, when they were live here, they would sell out quickly, and they always did well. And there's a lot of jam junkies in our little city.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant.
I just wish they would do them during the week, because I can't always do weekends.
Yeah. Elaine says, I'm going to a jam once a week virtually at the moment. That's just she's attempting everything.
I know. I've been speaking to many local instructors, and they're the same way. Every weekend they have a jam. That's incredible, because I'm pretty tired by the weekend.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But no, it's good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's great. And it's so cool that now we can take jams from all over the world. Yeah,
and with people like Ria and Jose and Katerina. Yeah, all these wonderful jammers that we never, thought, we'd be able to jam with,
Yeah. And even the trainings with different zesses, and we in Canada we were restricted to our zesses all the time, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Not that they're fantastic.
They are,
but
wonderful.
To be able to to be able to get a different taste of training from someone else, and because everyone brings their own flavor, but also their own life with them, so they teach differently. You'll learn something different from everybody because everyone's had a different life experience.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. I agree. I was gonna say, Elaine says it's brilliant, all the opportunities we're getting at the moment. But it's incredible.
Like many of you know me as sometimes the voice of, but Zumba, we should be doing this over the years. But I have to say 110%. This year, they've gone above and beyond. It's just mind-blowing at the opportunities that we've had, during these past few months. It's been incredible. Yeah. I'm really impressed and proud to wear my little, Zumba stuff around.
Yeah, definitely. Here, Elaine says, check out the Irish jammer Justina. She's amazing. Definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you know, with the our local jammers, our zesses, they're amazing and they're brilliant and they're the foundation of our community. Literally, without them, you wouldn't have any ZIN members. You wouldn't have, you know, B1 trainings or, you know, continued education. You wouldn't be inspired.
Yeah.
There's no inspiration. So yeah, we should should be a lot. Should give them a lot of credit. You know,
definitely
for you know, because they are the part of our community. They're the building blocks, literally. Yeah,
and they work so hard. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you had to have that job, you know, you need those numbers to be able to do the next one, sort of thing. And I mean, now they're able to do them virtually, so it's great because they'll be able to get exposure. But when we're back to doing live jam sessions, you know, it's a lot. They got to travel. They got to make sure that it's financially viable for them to even go there. If the sessions don't sell out, they need to find hosts. You know, whether it's the sleeping on the couch or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of sacrifices to do what they do, and sometimes that's why we see some of the turnover that we do. But I don't know. Like, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of effort. You know, they have to be away from family. You know, and their weekends are not exactly, you know, off. You know. Yeah. So yeah, bless them. They do a lot. Yeah. They need a lot more credit. You know, whether they do. You know, in Canada, in the UK, in Mexico. You know, they do a lot for their communities, and need to be recognized even by those by us instructors. Yeah. Definitely.
Ria said, I've slept on many host couches.
yes. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been, I mean, I'm sure you've hosted events and stuff. We've done that for a lot of, you know, for a lot of presenters, you know.
I haven't done it for a while, but I mean, other than Zumbathons and stuff, but there was a core group here that was doing quite a few of them. But at the beginning, definitely, I was hosting a lot.
Yeah.
You know, people sleeping in the basement, or actually this room here, ironically, has a Murphy bed, and it has hosted Jenny Roberts and
bless her. She's
so she slept here in this royal room, and some other jammers and such. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Oh, it's lovely. It's nice.
I leave it now for the younger people. You
know, it's lovely to see other ZINs. You know, I mean, we've been doing it for like almost coming on 10 years. You know, but it's lovely to see other ZINs in our area and, you know, surrounding areas.
Stepping
up. UK, they're stepping up. They're doing it. They're serving our area, and they can. They're doing that.
That's 100%. Because I mean, I used to do it, and then why not? There's people that want to do it, and you want to host, and that's, if anything, I would say to the jammers out there looking to go to different areas, you don't necessarily have to go to the same host. There's lots of ZIN members that want that little, you know, want that door to open up to be able to host somebody. Yeah. So just put it out there in the little community pages, and someone will host you. You might be surprised that it's not the regular host, and they, you know, it'll still be a fantastic session. So.
Yeah. As Ria was saying, hosting is hard work too. Lots of stress.
Yes. Yes. Especially if it's a big event, and you know that there's you know, certain milestones you need to reach financially in order to make it viable.
I know, even especially if you're hosting presenters and you're bringing them across, you know. So it's definitely.
Yeah, and that's sort of why I think my niche now is doing little events where you're not so concerned and people are just coming, and so do more little events is where I'm at now, and you know, raise funds for specific areas, but just do them in smaller events. That's where I'm at now, because the big ones were fun, but you know, they were half a year of planning sometimes. So.
Yeah, it can be lots of effort. Yeah, especially if you got 500 people or 200. You know, it's a lot of people.
They were a lot, and liability too, right? You're looking at different things. Like, a lot of people don't realize when they're planning events that there's insurance and permits and all kinds of things that you need to have, and licenses, and you know, all the music stuff and everything.
Definitely. Here we got
Jeremy just got jumped in.
Bless him. Definitely, no, it's good. Said Elaine, she says, I should have had Jessica Esposito in Ireland. August cancelled. Would have been first time hosting. Hopefully next year. Yeah, she's lovely actually. Jessica is really good. I love her flamenco sessions. Brilliant. Really good. Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll go back to normal eventually.
Yeah, exactly. No, it'd be good. We'll be back to convention before you know it, and cruises and one events.
Yeah.
No, all this positive thinking. We'll get there eventually, definitely.
We'll get there. Just keep dancing. Just keep dancing.
Keep dancing.
Just keep dancing. We'll get there. Eventually.
Bless you. Thank you so much for that, Lorena, for joining me today. You've been amazing, seriously, and you've enlightened us a lot. Actually, really appreciate it. It's really good.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Definitely.
It's been fun watching host these last how many 21 22 episodes?
21 episodes. It's been almost 6 months. It's been interesting, actually.
It's fun to put voices and faces and personalities. You get to see them on the screen. So thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, no, definitely. It has been really good. Definitely. No, it's really good.
Yeah, and I'll be watching for when Linda gets on.
Yeah, definitely. She'll need to come on soon. Yeah. No, it's brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for watching and participating in our discussions. Tune in next week with myself and Katerina. It's a goodbye from Lorena.
Me. Bye.
It's a goodbye from me. Take care, guys. Cheers. Thank you so much. Bye.